So we had a bit of a day yesterday. As you saw, we travelled from Caversham down to Ashford in Kent, and I'd booked us into a lovely pub called the Flying Horse at Bolton Aleph, that we'd been to over the years, having a drink or having a meal. We got there at, I don't know, about 1:45, and had a nice meal, and then checked in, climbed awful stairs with all of our luggage. Actually, somebody carried our luggage. Some young boy came along and said, "You need some help?" Yes, please. Carried our luggage up to these really rickety, steep stairs, and through into a very narrow corridor with doors going off it, a bit like a rabbit warren, into our room. And she said, as she opened the door to our room, she said, "Oh, you were booked into the Canterbury, but you've been changed to the Faversham." Okay, so she let us into our room, which was really small. There was nowhere to sit. There was no desk. It was just a bed with a wardrobe and a small kettle, a small tea making area, but nowhere for us to sit and relax. Nowhere to hang our coats. A wardrobe. Nowhere to put our cases. We were so I know I was. I think we were both, but I was so tired, even though I'd slept really a long time overnight, just tired. And so we settled ourselves down, plugged in our CPAP machines, because we can't just go to bed. We have to plug in our CPAP machines, plug those in, and slept for an hour, or attempted to sleep for an hour in a not very comfortable bed. And then I said to Mark, "I don't think I can do 4 nights here." We spend a lot of time in the hotel room, so 4 nights in there would have been awful. I said, "I'm going to look for somewhere else." So I looked for somewhere else, and then I rung the reception and said, "We want to leave, but I'm too scared to come down the stairs." Because I nearly tripped on the way up, and it was really difficult getting down. And I wasn't carrying anything, because yet again another young man came up and carried our bags down. But it was really, really difficult getting down the stairs. There's no way I could have done that for 4 days. So as we were leaving, because as we were waiting for her to come up the stairs to get us, I looked in, because Canterbury was open. I looked in, and it was a completely different room. You'd think you were in a different hotel. It was a big room, lots of light, lovely outlook. And I said to Mark, "Look, this is the room we were meant to be in." I think I might have overlooked, or what's the word, managed or attempted to manage the stairs if we'd got a room that had this space in it. But as it was, we were poked into a corner room, small room, big bathroom. The bathroom was as big as the room, but I don't need a bathroom as big as the room. Plus there were steps down into there and no handhold, so I didn't feel confident about getting down there in the middle of the night. So yeah, so we left, and as we were leaving, the young lady said, "See if you can get a refund on booking.com." And I went, "Well, really? We're refusing to stay rather than, it's not like they've let us down, although they had, because the quality of the room, I say, is a letdown." So anyway, we're now in a Premier Inn in Ashford. It's one we stay in normally. We know that there's lots of space. We know we're in a accessible room, which has got a low bed. It's a king-size bed, big bathroom, lots of space in the room, places to sit. And it's where we've been before several times. So we both slept really well, and really happy with that. But I cancelled on booking.com, and I'm only paying one night for, and get the rest back. So I'm quite pleased about that, because I just thought I'd lose the money. So here we are, and we're picking my daughter up, who is also over here. She's visiting her dad, and it is really just 5 minutes in the car around the corner. And I said to her on Facebook, I went, "Actually, Jo, you could walk round." at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, which is when we're picking her up. Yeah, so that's it really. We're off today. He still needs to do a bit of a bookshop browse. We didn't get to see the film last night with all the changing and everything, and it was too late for what I thought was a 5 o'clock showing by the time we got settled. And I looked then to see what was showing, and nothing was showing. It wasn't, the roses wasn't showing. There wasn't really anything that we wanted to see, so we didn't go to the cinema. We might do tonight, I'm not sure. We're going in to Ashford to for him for bookshop, Specsavers, because he wants to see if he can get some magnifying flip glasses for him when he's modelling, and something else, can't remember. As usual, it's not me that's shopping, it's Mark. I don't think I'll be going in the shops. And then we'll go down and have a nice meal in Hythe by the sea, and then we're coming up to see his cousin in Y this afternoon. And then yeah, I'll see how we feel. We might go to the cinema tomorrow. I'll see what's on. So that's it. That's what's happened. And I feel much better this morning than I did yesterday afternoon. Anyway, see you soon. Thanks for watching.